What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and the whole like dust up or universe around the Will Smith drama just keeps expanding, and now Ricky Gervais is getting kind of caught up into it all. The alopecia community, I didn't know that was a thing, is really mad because he said that it's not a disability, which it isn't. But we live in a world where everyone has to be outraged by something, or they have to feel like they're a very special snowflake, and they have to realize, they need reasons why they're not succeeding in life. And I bet you there are plenty of people that are like, man, I would just be doing so much better if I didn't have alopecia. Try being a dude where the baldness is all but guaranteed, okay? This is not holding anyone back in an era of the highest quality wigs of all time. All right? So I don't want to hear it. But you do hear from now Ricky Gervais has a new set. He slammed Jada Pinkett Smith's alopecia is a disability as he defends Chris Rock's tame Oscar joke. You see, alopecia community comes for Ricky Gervais. It's not a disability. Okay, well then why was Will Smith acting like it was the most heinous of things that anyone could have said? They think it's a bald-faced lie. Comedian Ricky Gervais sparked ire among the alopecia community. Again, I didn't know that was a thing. After mocking people who allegedly labeled Jada Pinkett Smith's hair loss as a disability. In the wake of the Chris Rock incident, he uploaded a clip of his reaction to Twitter on April 3rd, but then reposted it to TikTok, where it now boasts 7.5 million views. We can actually take a look at it quick here. But no. The idea that, again, this is all, I mean, if I told you, oh, somebody posted something to TikTok and then there was outrage about it, you wouldn't be surprised. That's where all of the most insane people go. I mean, it's just, that's the reality of it. And you have Ricky. Okay, so we have Ricky Gervais here, TikTok, 48 seconds.
You don't hit someone over a joke, right? However bad it is, and it wasn't bad. That was like the tamest joke I would have ever have told. Jesus. And all these people, they no, it was joking about. Someone said it was joking about her disability. Well, I'm going a bit thin, so I'm disabled. That means I can park right up next to Tesco's now.
Right.
And I'm fat. That's a disease, isn't it? I'm fat and balding. I am.
And precisely, exactly. It's like it's a shame that I keep kind of waiting for this kind of more mainstream pushback against this insane kind of snowflake victimhood culture. And we see kind of like spots of it. We saw like Tom Segura going just hard in the paint on he himself, I think, got Cuck Will to trend on Twitter. See Tom Segura going hard, Dave Chappelle, Ricky Gervais. That's kind of it. Joe Rogan too. That's kind of it. But those are some big voices. But you could also say, like, well, they already made their money, so they don't really need to worry about being canceled. And that is a fair criticism, but hey, at least they're doing it. And all these people justifying it. And by the way, I don't think the community of people justifying it are not I don't think they actually think alopecia is a disease. They're just trying to justify why they thought it was right for one person to hit another over a joke. There's like Olympic levels of stretch, legendary levels of self-delusion to think that, hey, yeah, I mean, he made fun of her disability. By the way, even if she was disabled and he made some joke about her being like in a wheelchair or something like that, like, I mean, whatever. It still wouldn't have justified him having a total meltdown. We've talked about it many times before, though, that like this wasn't about that joke. This was about Will getting cucked, you know, on the world stage on his wife's TV show or Facebook show or whatever it's called, and him seeing an opportunity to snatch back his manhood only to have it completely crumble. And then later today, or maybe even before this, you'll see Jada Pinkett Smith just basically publicly abandoned him now, which is exactly what I expected to do. She seems like a absolutely toxic manipulator. But I don't know. I don't spend time with them, thank God. But, you know, maybe Will is every bit as bad as she is. It's entirely possible. And again, he's the one that chose to go up on that stage and ruin his whole career. And it actually is seeming to get to that level. Another video I've got today, or I may combine it, you know, like Will, he's like, I mean, he's checked into rehab. Now, I'm sure it's some $30,000 a day place on the ocean. But like, he's doing all of the things that you do to try and save your career. Gervais, for one, thought they were overreacting, claiming incredulously. Someone said it was joking about her disability. Well, I'm going a bit thin. I'm disabled, the office mastermind mocked while pointing at his head. I can park right up next to Tesco now. I assume that's like a UK Walmart, I think. Yeah, I'm fat. That's a disease. I'm fat and balding. I mean, we heard the video. I don't need to reread that. The Afterlife creator was defending Rock's controversial joke. It wasn't controversial. In which the community, and by the way, this is a fact that, you know, this is a fact that not enough people are talking about. He told that joke the night before. All right. Everyone knew that joke was in the set. Okay. Jada Pinkett Smith knew that joke was in the set. That's been reported. That he told that joke the night before at rehearsals. The comics Barb also touched off a firestorm of criticism, who accused Rock of joking at the expense of someone's quote-unquote medical condition. Again, alopecia. Okay, it's Webster's dictionary defines a medical condition, but no. And you see, like, alopecia advocate praises Will Smith's Oscar slap. Like, girl, you have that kind of body, just buy a wig. Like, this chick is like, I mean, get out of here. I don't want to hear it. You're not dealing with alopecia, all right? It's not a debilitating condition. Elsewhere in the video, Gervais chastised Smith for responding to jokes by raising his hand. You don't hit someone over a joke, and it wasn't even that bad. Needless to say, many critics thought the funny man's alopecia argument had some bald spots. I agree Will shouldn't have slapped Chris, but you need to understand how emotionally important a woman's hair is. It's devastating to lose it. Hey, I don't like that my hair's thinning either. I'm not going around slapping people who are making fun of me for it. Another wrote, I have alopecia and it's not a disability. At the same time, it shouldn't really be joked about because you never really know how it will impact the person. Okay, so, and never make jokes? Is that your argument? Don't make jokes because you don't know if someone's gonna offend them. Look, you can stay home. You could not attend a Oscars. You could not attend a comedy show. You could not sit in the front row at the Oscars, an event where the host is, you know, it's a known thing where they roast the Hollywood stars or Hollywood celebrities. Okay, you could sit at home all day and avoid jokes at your expense, or you could maybe roll with them. I don't know if alopecia is or isn't disabling for a person who has it, one critic wrote. I just know that Ricky Gervais doesn't get to make that decision. Yes, he does. He's kind of like an authority on the subject of jokes. Others defended the comic statement, with one writing, I have alopecia. Someone said it was a disability to me. That would offend me more than a G.I. Jane joke. I will never not love Ricky. He says what we're all thinking, said another. One Twitter defender even reposted the clip of the comedian's appearance on The View, in which he utters the immortal line, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. According to the National Alopecia Foundation, Alopecia is not medically disabling. A person with alopecia is usually in excellent health, but emotionally, the disease can be challenging, especially those with extensive hair loss. Sure. But, like, do you have to take every opportunity to put yourself up on the cross? Or can we just, like, you know, deal with our own stuff? Everybody's got something, right? I mean, ever since I was 25, I have freaking panic attacks. But I'm not out here saying, like, you can't make jokes about panic attacks. They affect me. You can't make jokes about people being fat because I'm overweight. No. Like, that's just not how the world works. And it's, like, extremely entitled to think that the world is supposed to revolve around your possible offense. And Ricky Gervais is 100% right. That, like, let's stop coddling these idiots. She's got more money than any one of us will ever have. She voluntarily shaved her head. And oh, by the way, she suffered like a tiny line of hair loss. It wasn't like she was patching out, okay? She could wear a very expensive wig and no one would say a word about it. But, you know, that's not how Hollywood people are. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.